Did you know that violence within relationships is rarely a one-time incident? Violence often occurs as a sequence of events and will continue until the cycle is broken. In this video, we are going to talk about the cycle of violence, which can take place within friendships, families, and romantic relationships. We will be discussing the 4 stages within that cycle, what they entail, the different types of violence, and the effects they have on individuals, as well as how to recognize the signs and what you can do to interrupt the cycle. The cycle of violence begins when tension starts to build within a relationship. This may look like the abusive individual becomes picky about small things and increasingly irritable and angry. The individual being abused will start to feel like they are walking on eggshells in order to prevent an outburst from taking place. They will usually try to do what the abusive individual asks in order to appease them. This part of the cycle would contain attacking the individual's appearance, abilities, or behaviors. Psychological abuse is used to begin decreasing an individual's sense of self in order to isolate them and feel as though they have or are nothing without their abuser. The next part of the cycle is the incident phase. During this phase, the outburst takes place and it may be either physical abuse or an intense verbal argument. This could look like abusing a family pet, breaking household belongings, or a physical attack on the person being abused. The third part of the cycle is the reconciliation phase. The abusive individual will make excuses for why the incident happened and place blame on the abused individual, while also being apologetic. Manipulation and minimalization to make the abused individual believe that they are crazy and made up the severity of the incident. This continues to take a toll on the self-worth and psychological well-being of the abused individual, usually leading them to believe that the abuse was their fault. The final part of the cycle is the calm, frequently known as the honeymoon stage. This will often look like the incident has been fixed or forgotten. The abuser may become more affectionate, purchase gifts, provide money, and more. The abused individual will start to believe that the abusive individual is able to make changes to their behavior and begin to trust them again. The abused individual may start to put their guard down before the tension building stage restarts. With the information you have learned in this video, it is important to be aware and ask yourself questions. Does your loved one become very distant for long periods of time, then close for a short period? Do you notice the suspected abusive individual providing them with gifts suddenly with no explanation? These could all be signs that there is abuse within a relationship. Let your loved one know that you are there to support them. Connect them with counseling, keep them involved with their friends and family, refer them to a shelter, or if possible, offer them a safe place to stay. It is also important to note that emotional, verbal, psychological, and physical are all forms of abuse, and the cycle is likely to be a combination of many. With these 4 stages explained, you can do your part in ending domestic violence by recognizing if this cycle is present in your family or friends' relationships.